Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, check. Kill, have fun. Alert 3. Alert 3.
From the 29, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good trap. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
From midfield, here's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Regular.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
From the red zone now. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's caught by Jackson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it, but 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Allen looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go. 120!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Go. Ready? Check 41. Let's go.
They'll run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Alert, alert, alert.
From the 38, Allen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
50. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Check 24.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Allen going to go on fourth down. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now. He's got daylight past the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All day, just like that, just like that.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that's caught by Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Mark down, Eddie! Coming this way, here we go, here we go.
Now a delayed give to Gore. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
You got 3. Mike 50, Mike 50. No chance. Mike's 50, Mike up.
And again, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 49. It's going to be a long...
Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Ed Oliver busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wentz on the give to Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Great 57. Hey, Charlie. Mike 49. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Red 5-2. I'm here. 10.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. This is caught. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yards.
Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Kroft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Complete to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 27, Wentz bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
74.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then dropped just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50. Silver. 6 guys. Middle.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. 39 yards there, a big one. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Here's Allen. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And a pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On first down, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jerry Hughes on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. They'll run on first down. Sanders. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.